Hi there, it's Mike, and I got another video for you. I'm going to do the first wave of black metal. I got my board here, and I got 8 bands listed. I consider these to be the most essential bands for the first wave of black metal. There's so many other bands, of course, but I just kind of narrowed it down to 8. And yeah, so as far as the history of black metal goes, it basically, you can trace it back to the early mid-80s. That's kind of where it all started. It started in any number of different countries, South American countries as well as European countries. So yeah, I'm just going to put my board up here. Alright, first band on the list, Venom. Very important band. Actually, Venom gave the whole genre its name with their 1982 album, Black Metal. I'll show you that one. It's this one right here. Very important album. Great album. I love it. Venom were kind of considered part of like the whole new wave of British heavy metal, but they were just darker and nastier than a lot of those bands. They kind of had a bit of a punk influence as well, but yeah, very important band as far as the first wave of black metal goes. I don't have their first album, unfortunately, but I do have their third album as well, At War with Satan. Alright, Hellhammer. Hellhammer weren't around for too long, actually. They were kind of a short-lived band. I think they released like a couple demos and like an EP. Not too much. I actually don't have any of their albums, unfortunately. But yeah, Celtic Frost actually evolved from Hellhammer. Some of the members of Hellhammer formed Celtic Frost. And Celtic Frost was around for a long time. Eventually they split up, and Thomas Gabriel Fisher, he formed Triptykon, and Triptykon's just a fantastic band as well. Here's one of Celtic Frost's earliest albums, To Megatherion. Very good album. Check it out. Okay. Merciful Fate. Merciful Fate, to me they're almost more along the lines of, say, like an Iron Maiden or a Judas Priest. They have more of that like new wave of British heavy metal kind of vibe to them. But they're definitely a lot more satanic, and they had some atmosphere qualities to their earlier albums, especially. And King Diamond, really, what was so important about him is he was one of the first ones to introduce that whole corpse paint look, and that became obviously a staple for a lot of bands, especially in the second wave of black metal. And he was one of the first ones to do that, so yeah, very important. And I love Merciful Fate. They're just an excellent band. I got a couple of their albums here. Actually, I've got quite a few of their albums, but I'll show you a couple of their first ones. Melissa, fantastic album. And Don't Break the Oath, another great album. Alright, Bathory. Bathory are very, very important. They are very influential, especially for a lot of the second wave bands from Norway and Sweden. Korthen, he was one of the main members from, or the main member basically, from Bathory. And yeah, he released a lot of albums, and yeah, unfortunately he passed away, I think in 2004. But I got a couple of their albums. It's one of the earliest ones. And Blood, Fire, Death. Got that one as well. Alright. Sarcophago, that's a Brazilian band. I don't know too much about them. I do want to pick up some of their albums though. I don't think they're around for that long actually. They released a number of different albums, but yeah, very important. There were some other bands from Brazil as well that are part of that whole wave, the first wave of black metal. But yeah, definitely check them out. Blasphemy's another band from Canada. I don't have any of their albums either, unfortunately. But yeah, very important band. And Tormentor, I got them on there as well, from Hungary. Attila Caesar, he was actually the vocalist for that band, and yeah, he later went on to be with Mayhem. And of course, Mayhem are considered to be one of the most important bands as far as black metal, and especially the second wave of black metal. So yeah, those are what I consider to be some of the essentials, and I think a lot of people would agree with me, especially a lot of black metal fans out there. Definitely check these bands out, give them a listen. We'll say a few other things though. As far as the second wave of black metal goes, a lot of thrash bands, especially bands like Sodom and Destruction and Creator and even Sepultura, and even some of the early death metal stuff like Morbid Angel. A lot of those bands influenced what would become the second wave of black metal as well. So yeah, that's and also one other thing I'd like to mention, Mayhem. Mayhem are actually, they've been around for a long time. I think they formed in like '84, and they released the Death Crush EP in '87. So in a sense, they're almost like part of that first wave. But of course, nobody ever considers them to be part of that first wave of black metal. Mayhem was always considered to be part of that second wave of black metal. But yeah, Mayhem have been around for a long time. So yeah, I think that pretty well covers it. Yeah, so that's where it all went down. That's where it all started. First wave of black metal. Okay, thank you very much for watching. You have a good day.